10 most craziest fights in 90-day fiancé history. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Film Title. TLC's 90 Day Fiancé and its many spin-off shows follow the lives of international couples who travel far and make big sacrifices to be together. But just because these couples go to great efforts for their relationships doesn't mean that their romances will work out. In fact, many 90 Day Fiancé couples are infamous for being incompatible and completely miserable together. From dramatic incidents involving key cars, screaming matches, and even physical violence, it's a wonder some of these couples even got together in the first place. Here are 10 of the worst fights in 90 Day Fiancé history. Number 1. Anfisa yells at Jorge. Anfisa and Jorge's marriage is falling apart, and they start seeing lawyers to figure out what they should do next. Jorge sneaks off to a lawyer alone to try and protect his own money, but Anfisa calls him before he can even talk to anyone. She screams over the phone at him for secretly leaving and demands he comes back. Anfisa shrieks so loudly that Jorge goes from sighing to giggling at how crazy she's being. The audio alone from this fight is enough to scare you, but his defeated face is haunting as well. Considering how intense Anfisa gets, this fight is over before Jorge can even get a word in. Number 2. Molly and Luis go too far. Following Molly and Luis's season of 90 Day Fiancé, they are arguing so much that Luis locks himself in a room to escape. With Luis blasting music in her house, Molly has to pick a lock just to get him to talk. The second he emerges, however, she's pushing him around and ramming doors. All of Luis's passive reactions drive Molly crazy, but her violence pushes the situation further. Rather than speaking to her about the issues, Luis threatens to call the police instead. By forcing Molly to leave her own house, Luis lets this argument spiral out of control. Number 3. Pedro and Chantel's family feud. Despite all the judgment Pedro gets from Chantel's family, he tries to patch things up over dinner. Chantel and her relatives immediately gang up on Pedro's Nicole, however, who can barely defend herself in English. When Pedro tries to switch seats with his sibling to help her, Chantel's brother River treats him like he's going too far. River starts yelling and smacks a light, which sends Pedro and eventually the entire family into a fist fight. The brawl gets so heated that the producers have to stop everyone from drawing blood. Pedro's skirmish with Chantel's family sticks out as a whole because of all the tears and physical blows it results in. Number 4. Mohammed and Danielle. Despite her terrible breakup with Mohammed, Danielle still decides to chase her ex all the way to Miami. Though she admits to traveling in hopes of winning Mohammed back, Danielle whips out her binder to scold him instead. She completely ignores his pleas and just reads out lines from her documents. When Danielle doesn't get her way, she throws her folders at Mohammed and threatens to deport him. Only the police can keep Danielle from taking things further, as Mohammed stands by looking intensely frustrated. This shouting match becomes painfully embarrassing due to Danielle's out-of-control reaction and delusional attitude. Number 5. Nicole and Azin's blowout. Azin's fiancée Nicole is visiting him in Morocco, but she can't understand why couples don't show affection in public there. Rather than respecting Azin's culture for the trip, Nicole takes it personally and gets mad at her partner instead. Though Azin tries to explain why he's so restrained, Nicole just tells him that she's not a sit and listen kind of girl. Her utter lack of compassion angers Azin, enough to make him question the relationship as well. While this couple could get over differences on parenting, Nicole's attitude is far too immature here. Azin and Nicole's fight is also frustrating to watch since both people refuse to compromise over something so simple. Number 6. Jesse threatens to call the police during a fight with Darcy. Jesse's first dinner with Darcy's children goes so badly that both adults barely touch their food. Darcy's daughter Aniko says, "Both of you are acting my age," before giving a hilariously mature breakdown of their relationship issues to the producers. Things are so strained that Jesse fumes the next morning over his shoes. After Darcy allegedly throws her own footwear at him, he threatens to call the cops for assault. Though Jesse's tantrums about social media are excessive themselves, claiming a near-death experience from a heel is far too dramatic. By threatening to escalate this fight to police involvement, Jesse and Darcy leave us guessing how much more their love can endure. Number 7. Fernanda and Jonathan fight after the club. Fernanda is out clubbing with her fiancé John, only to find him talking, and possibly dancing, with another woman. After questioning him, Fernanda swings out and hits a drink onto the dance floor. Though John says he was pushing the woman away, his fiancée won't listen to a word out of his mouth. Their bickering gets so loud that the authorities even drive by to check on them. Despite the fact that John is the one drinking, Fernanda appears to blow the situation out of proportion. Though that's not to say she didn't have a right to be mad, but she could have reacted a little bit less dramatically, considering the circumstances. Number 8. Narkia hit Ololowo for lying. After Narkia finds out that her online boyfriend, Lowo, is actually living in Vietnam instead of Alabama, she flies all the way to Hanoi to see him. Though she starts warming up to her beau again, a friend that they meet up with brings Lowo's baby mama. Narkia gets mad at Lowo for talking to an ex behind her back while also lying about her death. Since all he can do is get mad, Narkia loses her cool and smacks him with an ice cream. She's so upset that she won't talk to producers either, but her reaction is satisfying given all the lies. With all the drama in Narkia and Lowo's relationship, this hit is as funny as it is exciting to watch. Number 9. Larissa and Cole's cousin have an explosive fight at a family barbecue. From the moment she arrived in Las Vegas, Larissa made it clear that she was disappointed with her life her fiancé Colt was offering her, and she even shamed Colt's mother. Soon, at a family barbecue, his cousin John came by to talk to them. John didn't greet Larissa and instead accused her of using Colt for his money. Larissa and John's yelling went from childish to hilariously outrageous. After John exploded in front of everyone, Larissa ridiculously shrieked, "Who is against the queen will die!" Thanks to everyone's overreactions and quotable lines, this feud only got more entertaining the longer it went on. Number 10. David's daughter splashes him. At this family dinner, Ashley hasn't seen her father David in years and is upset to hear that he's jumping into a marriage so quickly with Annie. David and his son Jacob try to switch topics, but the conversation only gets more and more out of control. Ashley then appears to twist David's words about Annie and tries to turn everyone against her father. When David pushes back, Ashley responds by acting like a child and throwing water at him. The argument is so aggressive and unusual that Annie actually questions whether this behavior is a normal part of American culture. Though Ashley's exit is certainly over the top, it's Annie and Jacob's comments that have us hanging on for every second of the fight. Well, this brings us to the end of our video. We hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen right now because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.